Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mika and here on my channel I do fragrance reviews. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining us, and I think that you're going to really enjoy today's lineup. If this is not your first time here, welcome back and thank you for your long-time support. Today's video is all about my top spring picks. I've already did my top spring transitional fragrances and I will put it down below for you if you haven't seen it already. Today's video is all about my top spring niche fragrances. I have 12 here and I think you're going to really enjoy them. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into the very first one. The first one was on my wish list and I finally got it. And it is one of those beautiful bottles by Atelier. As here is Pink Me Up with the beautiful gold specks in the bottle. I love their bottles. This one is so pretty to me because of the gradients of the pink and the gold specks and gold top. This here is a fruity floral. It is great for spring. It has bergamot, orange blossom, blackberry, champagne, rose, musk, and iris. It is a gorgeous sparkling fragrance. To me, the rose is very dry, kind of like a dusty rose to me. It lasts about 6 to 8 hours on my skin, and it also reminds me of Dom Rosa. I don't know if you have Dom Rosa, but it has that champagne-like sparkling effect, and that's the same effect that I get from Pink Me Up. The one thing that I love about this is the blackberry. I can smell the blackberry throughout the wear, and it also gives me a resemblance of like a blackberry soda. I think this is a real light, airy fragrance. It's not over the top. It is something that you can wear casually during the spring with a beautiful outfit, a springtime dress, or even maybe some pants and a top and some sandals. But I love this fragrance and I think that it is perfect for springtime. So again, this here is Pink Me Up by Atelier. The next fragrance is something that I like to wear during the springtime. It is just one of those real fresh fragrances. Just reminds me of something like fresh out of the shower. This here is Issey Miyake, a Drop de Issey. It is one of those bottles that does not stand up. It lays either flat or you have to lean it up against something. But this here is almond, milk, rose, lilac, solar notes, orange blossom, musk, vanilla, and ambroxan. It lasts a long time for me. It's the musk. I love the musk in here. It is just so easy and casual and not sharp. This fragrance is very calming. It's also comforting. It's one of those fragrances that I just think is perfection in a bottle. I think it is so underrated. I don't know why you don't see this talked about more. To me, the lilac is front and center, but it just smells like a luxurious body cream. It's when you just don't want to do too much. It's not over the top, and you just want something very calming and casual. Again, this is Issey Miyake, a Drop de Issey. This next fragrance was also on my wish list and I was able to get it, and I have been loving it ever since. It was love at first sniff, and this here is Rosendo Mateu number 6. So I know a lot of people talk about number 5. I actually had number 5. Didn't get over the burning tire smell. Just smelled like burning rubber. I really hate that I could not get over that note. Apparently a lot of people seem to love it. I think that people are snoozing on number 6. Number 6 has jasmine, sandalwood, musk, amber. It has some beautiful florals. I think that men and women could wear number 6. Coconut as well as vanilla, amber, and white musk. It's so smooth and high quality. You must love florals to like this, and it is one of those fragrances that I purposely have to be in the mood for because it is loud. It is going to announce your presence. The projection is strong and it is very long lasting. I literally took a shower and I could smell this the next day. It wasn't on my clothes, it was on my skin. I could still smell it on my skin. So you really have to be committed to number 6. But it's still gorgeous, even though it is beast mode. I think you can wear it any time of the day, but for me, I think this will shine when you are maybe going for dinner, somewhere dressed up. It's not a casual fragrance in my opinion. I think that because of the bodaciousness, it is one of those fragrances that you really want to be all spiffed up and looking pretty. It does have this waxiness in the background, but it's one of those waxiness that I love. I think it adds to the base of this fragrance. So far, this is my favorite from the house. And if you have number 5, give number 6 a try. I think that you would actually like number 6 too. So this is Rosendo Mateu number 6. So the next fragrance for spring lineup is going to be Peche Cardinal by MDCI Parfums. And this here is beautiful. I love this fragrance. It has notes of peach, coconut, blackberry, tuberose, plum, lily, musk, sandalwood, and cedar. It has this light tropical feeling in the opening, and then throughout the fragrance I get nothing but peach, and it is a beautiful, soft and creamy peach. To me, this is feminine leaning, but you can absolutely do you. It's an absolute beauty. It smells like the peach ring candies, and when you get a fresh bag and you put your nose in the bag, it just smells like peach ring. It has a huge sillage. For me, this lasts for about 6 to 8 hours. And if you like tuberose and you like that fruity, peachy scent, then I think you would love this. This is gorgeous. And I wear this when I'm dressed up. I like wearing this to work, and I also like wearing this when I'm a little casual, not too casual, but maybe a little casual and I'm running errands. This is gorgeous for that as well. So again, this is Peche Cardinal by MDCI Parfums, and it is one of my favorites to wear for spring. This next fragrance, I did not know if I was going to like it or not because I had given up on Tassana Terenzi fragrances. He has a particular DNA that I just wasn't jiving with, and there were so many of his fragrances that I just would buy and end up selling just because of this particular note that I kept smelling. But when I got my nose on this particular Tassana Terenzi, it didn't have that note and I was able to tolerate it. And I am referring to Cassiopea by Tassana Terenzi. This is going to be your musky, fruity scent. It's pretty. And the notes are passion fruit, cassis, tea rose, lily of the valley, tonka bean, musk, sandalwood, and it is just a sweet and creamy musk. It does have the Tassana Terenzi musk, but more so it is the fruitiness from the passion fruit. It's one of my all-time favorites from his house, and if you like tropical scents, you will like Cassiopea. I love the passion fruit in here and the tonka bean. Those two together are just so enjoyable. It's sensual, it's flirty, it's pretty. It just makes me think of being pretty put together. A young lady who is just put together. Her hair is done, her makeup is done, her nails are done, and that's what this fragrance reminds me of. And I think that if you like Tassana Terenzi fragrances, I think that you'll like Cassiopea for spring. Alright, so once again, this is Cassiopea by Tassana Terenzi. This next fragrance I thought was so pretty, especially when I got the bottle. And this is Ylang Gold by Micallef. And I have the older version where you can see the gold, and it just looks so creamy and pretty. All of her bottles are beautiful, but I really like the older bottle. The newer bottle, it is, I think, white, so you don't really see the juice. But the older bottle I have, you can see the juice, and it's just this creamy gold color, and you have to shake it up because the gold settles to the bottom. But it has a beautiful shimmeriness to it. And this has notes of peach, lychee, tangerine, artemisia, ylang-ylang, sandalwood, mint, lily of the valley, vanilla, coconut, and musk. I'm noticing a theme here with the musk, but please forgive me. I think that this is just so aromatic. It's highly addictive. It reminds me of a young, modern and elegant young lady. It leans more feminine, and it's just one of my all-time favorite tropical scents. It's not overly tropical where you're smelling like suntan lotion, but it is tropical. And I really enjoy the vanilla in here. This is one of those smooth, sweet vanillas. And the ylang-ylang and the coconut just adds to that vanilla and makes it so pretty. To me, I do get bananas. Not overly ripened bananas, but I do get like a banana in the background, and it's not in a bad way. It's a banana that is just sweet and just creamy. I love this, and I take this with me on vacation when I'm going to the islands, but I love wearing this just day to day, springtime. I don't necessarily wear this in the summer. I like bringing this out in the spring. And this is Ylang Gold by Micallef. So this next house, I think I was just, it's like going down a rabbit hole. I got my first one, and then next thing you know, I had to get another and another. But what I'm talking about is Camila K by K Parfums. This is the house that was created by Sonia Constant, one of my favorite perfumers. And this particular fragrance was my first one from the house. And it is just gorgeous. This is notes of blood orange, ginger, tuberose, jasmine, camellia, and Bulgarian rose, vanilla, and tonka bean. And it projects like crazy. You do not have to spray too much of this. You do not have to spray too much of this. If not, you will probably give yourself a headache or give others a headache. It's a niche version of L'Interdit Rouge. If you have that fragrance, it might be a little bit of a duplication. I do have that fragrance, and to me, I can justify having both, but the same scent categories and have some resemblance of each other. Not a dupe, not, you know, identical, but it has that same vein of L'Interdit Rouge. But to me, this is more refined. This is more classy. This has more of a fruity floral to me than L'Interdit Rouge. And I love how this develops on my skin, because at first spray you get the blast of the fruit, and then through the middle I get the florals, and then at the very end I can still smell the florals, but it's this beautiful musk that K has in their house. And this was love at first sniff for me. Like I said, it was my first K fragrance, and I just went down a rabbit hole, and I don't have any regrets. This to me is very classy, beautiful. I do feel that I need to be dressed up to wear this. I don't feel comfortable just lounging around the house in this. This is something where you want to dress up and put on your jewelry or put on your, you know, nice outfits. So again, this is Camila K by Ella K Parfums. This next one is one of my ultimate favorites. I love this house, and this is Marfa by Memo Paris. And the notes in here are orange blossom, tuberose, ylang ylang, vanilla, sandalwood, white musk, and cedar. And I do think that you have to like tuberose to really enjoy this. It's the bubblegum tuberose. It's very unique and beautiful to me. I think that this lasts forever on your skin. I actually wore this last night, and when I woke up this morning, I could still smell it on me. It reminds me of a creamy white floral bouquet. So just picture a bouquet of flowers, and you have these gorgeous white flowers, and it's a fresh floral. I do think that men and women can wear this. It's very much unisex, and it's one of my favorite beautiful white musk in the base. I love musk, and the musk in here is just gorgeous. That's why I think this is a perfect unisex scent. It's because that white musk in here, just the base of that white musk just grounds this fragrance and makes it not so juvenile. So again, this is Marfa by Memo Paris. Next fragrance, when it came on the scene, I thought it was the most realistic cherry blossom fragrance I'd ever laid my nose on. And that is Sakura by Ormonde Jayne. I love Ormonde Jayne fragrances. This house to me cannot go wrong. You guys know my favorite Ormonde Jayne is Privé. But when this came out, I thought it was just the most realistic cherry blossom fragrance out on the market. It has sparkling notes of lime, mandarin orange, and it is a beautiful cherry blossom with almond nuances. It's just a gorgeous floral. It's woody but not too woody. You get a little powderiness. You smell the greenness. And it's so aromatic. I think this is gorgeous for spring. In the dry down, I do get the woodiness, but it does not take over the fragrance. It just gives it that base, that little oomph that it needs. But the star player in here is that cherry blossom, that orange and lime, the citruses. It's not sweet and dainty when you think of a cherry fragrance, but I do think that it's just right. This is gorgeous, and I think that this is also can be unisex as well. If you're into the florals, I think that this can be unisex. Once again, this is Sakura by Ormonde Jayne, another beautiful fragrance for the spring. Next is another fragrance that I fell in love with. It was love at first sniff, and this is Windflowers by Creed. And another gorgeous bottle. This just exemplifies high quality. This is soft luxury to me. You must love white florals to like this, but to me this is a showstopper. It's gorgeous. It's the musk in the dry down. If you like musk, you will love this musk. You get that beautiful musk in the dry down. It has a light, alluring, and airy sillage. It's not something that is loud. It'll be noticed. And I just love the blend of tuberose, jasmine, and peach. Another reoccurring theme in this lineup is the peach. But this here is beautiful. I can wear this casually. I can wear it dressed up. But I really like wearing this to work. I smell this on myself all day long. And it is just a showstopper to me. Beautiful. So again, this is Windflowers by Creed. This next fragrance is epitome of spring. It is basically something that I like pulling out at the beginning of spring, which reminds me of what it's named after, because this flower is one of the first flowers that you see when spring is coming. And this is La Tulipe by Byredo. And this here is a beautiful green, clean fragrance. And it has freesia, rhubarb, pink tulip. Base notes are green notes, vetiver, and woodsy notes. I love vetiver in my fragrances. I think that it just gives it a uniqueness. And in here, the rhubarb is not like what you get with Delina, but it is just clean. It's a realistic floral scent, very minimalistic and not complicated. And it's just classic to me. I like wearing this when I'm casually dressed, and it's just a no fuss. It's not a maximalist fragrance, and you would enjoy just lounging around the house with this. It is something that's not going to last all day. I get about 4 to 6 hours with this, and then I may have to touch up, but it is perfect for just casualness. And this again is La Tulipe by Byredo. Last but not least is one of my other favorites for spring, and this is a well-known fragrance, and I think that a lot of people can probably agree that this is a perfect floral for spring. And this here is La Rosée by Delina. This was created by Quentin Biche, and it has notes of lychee, pear, bergamot, Turkish rose, peony, watery notes, floral notes, as well as white musk. This is just an aquatic version of Delina without that rhubarb, and it has the most beautiful, soft, feminine florals to me. It's light, it's airy, it's pleasant, it's inoffensive. I can actually smell this on me for 8+ hours. I get a lot of compliments with this fragrance. And I love this for the watery notes as well as the light florals. And I love peony. I can smell the peony citrus in here, but it's the watery notes for me. It has that vetiver in there that I think balances the fragrance. This here is my favorite Delina by far. I love all of my Delinas, but I love this one the most. I think I get the most compliments with this one, and I think it packs a punch. Even though it has those aquatic notes, you would think that aquatic notes don't last long, but in here it is just that fresh aquatic rose that I love. It's perfect for springtime. This is gorgeous, and trust me, you will get a lot of compliments with this one, and I love it. It just reminds me of the bottle, just how the bottle is made, and it has that frosted pink. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. It's just so feminine and just classy and gorgeous. This here is Delina La Rosée by Parfums de Marly. Alright guys, that wraps up my top 12 niche spring lineup. I hope you enjoyed this list. Let me know in the comments, what are your top spring fragrances? I have more springtime fragrances than anything in my collection. And so I thought it would be best if I split up the list and did niche first and then follow it up with a designer. If this is the content that you like watching, please give me a thumbs up and ring the bell. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.